Hello again, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, and also possibly 4chan. I welcome all of you back to part 2 of DSP's top 10 worst gaming moments of 2020. In the first part, which lasted about after about 5 minutes, we already got like a clear picture of DSP's like pettiness and like childishness in regards to how he actually talks to people, and how him acting depressed basically just amounts to him moaning at people who are supposed to be watching and supporting him. So let's see what we get up to next. So here we go. Number 9.
Number 9. I'm sorry, Rich is a whore. That is the best thing you can describe it. He had something that he wanted to do on YouTube. He wasn't being successful at it, so he decided to give up on it, throw it away, and now do something that everyone else does, and whore out other people for money. He doesn't care at what expense, just like Keemstar. He's just as bad as Keemstar. The only difference is he's nowhere near as fucking popular as Keemstar, therefore he's not as destructive when he makes videos like that. Like, I'll be honest, that video he did, that stream, no one cared. Like, it didn't negatively affect me at all, because no one cares about fucking Review Tech USA. You know what I mean? He literally is the copycat who jumped on the drama bandwagon way later than everybody else. He's worthless. He could disappear from YouTube tomorrow, and no one would give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if you want to start saying that about like...
Review in the US of A.
Does he always shit on other content creators like that?
DSP is right. He's live right now on Twitch. Let's go bother DSP. I'm not going to troll him, but...
It's really important to me.
We're going to get DSP on my podcast. Right now. Here we go. I'm buying some bits.
I'm rubbing my ass cheeks in heated anticipation.
Bits. Let's see if he answers. Let's see if he answers.
I don't even know who the hell RTU Streams is, but you did 100-bit shares to come on my podcast. I don't know who the hell you are, and I'm not coming on your podcast.
Dude, it's Review Tech USA. Did he really just say he doesn't know who I am? I'm not saying that from a pretentious standpoint.
Yes.
Dude, this is why people fucking troll him. Like, I feel like, Jesus Christ.
That's not me, it's someone impersonating me. But you're impersonating someone else, so I guess it all evens out. And
Phil! I'm gonna get enough bits to get his attention.
down to up punch, it gave me back forward.
Check my Twitch channel. You can see I'm legit.
Alright.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, we need to get Phil to get on the podcast. This is how we're doing it.
Destroyed. Okay, so Rich of Review Tech USA claims he wants to interview me on his podcast. No, I have no interest in being on any podcast, especially because you explicitly say in your cheer you want me to basically talk about my side of the story. There's no side of any story. There's no drama going on. There's nothing that's anyone's fucking business, honestly. So no, I'm not going on your podcast. You want to go to drama cast, you can do it to your fucking self and leave me out of it. Alrighty then. Shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. There's nothing, even though he lets everybody know,
Since when did XQC play Overwatch in 2020? I thought he gave up on that game years ago. What date was this? 3rd of this. Is that meant to be?
Everybody know about his personal problems.
tighten up because
Oh my god.
It's because of the time.
Hey Phil, you pretentious dipshit. I've had people that are way more successful than definitely you and more than me. I've had people that are way more successful coming up on the podcast. So to make it like you're brushing me off like I'm a waste of your time when I've had people like, wow, this is why you are where you are, numbnuts, is because you're a fucking dick. This is why no one likes you. This is why you're the laughing stock of the fucking gaming community, is because you're such an uptight asshole and you're not bright. You're a dumb person. You're not intelligent and you think you're intelligent. That's why you're in the situation that you're in. Damn, man. Don't worry, I'll get people way more relevant than you, and I already have been, like Scott the Waz on my podcast. Don't worry, though. I bow before you, you fucking weirdo. But that, my drama podcast, does he not realize that he's the epitome of, and Sweet Anita, people that are have been way more successful in like a year than even he was at the height of his career. And I would have just given him a platform to say, hey man, why don't you talk about the people that troll you? Give me your take. Give me your take on things. So people just don't see cropped videos that cherry pick what you say. But no, that's all right, man. Just have 300 fucking people. He's a full. I mean, look, not that my streams do amazing, but streaming is not the main thing that I do. You know, he's a full-time streamer and he has 300 fucking people watching him on a Friday night. Don't worry, man. You keep doing you. It's working out well for you. How deep are you in debt right now? Yeah, I asked him to be in the podcast and he said no. Because he's him and fucking Wings of Redemption are the most sensitive fucking dudes on the internet. Jesus Christ, how do you function in life if someone being critical of you on YouTube? I'm not talking about slander and people doing things to like hurt you or ruin your career. But if people are critical of you and you hate them and you can't take it, how do you function? How the fuck do you function? Why does everyone know everything about you, Phil? Because you tell them! Do you think
Again, similar to kind of like Chris Chan, the only reason people knew that much about him in the first place is because he was such an idiot. He decided that everybody needed to know about his life. And then like the cycle of trolling just sort of began. I'm going to go on something of a little bit of a theory here that I don't think it was at all Rich's idea to make Phil look foolish and naive by donating bits to ask him to come on to the podcast, because you've heard me probably say this a few times now, if Phil wanted to convince people that he was not that sort of person, he wouldn't be acting like that. You know what I'm trying to say? If you don't want people to see you in this light, you don't act that certain way. That's why, again, if you go through my videos, for example, you would see fine well that I'm absolutely, not like I don't mock or insult people because of, because of who they are. I tell them because of the things they've done, and I discuss it ad nauseum because it's what makes them who they are, and it's just the sort of thing that I do very regularly. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, and I will agree on Rich absolutely here for one purpose, is that DSP thinks why isn't DSP doing better than just getting 300 people a stream? Even Moxie could at least, acquire an audience of at least 2,000 people per stream. And Moxie is great, man. Although, again, 2,000 views may not sound great compared to someone like, Asmongold or even, Summit or, all guys like, Myth or, Miz. But at the same time, they're doing 10 times better because they're actually nice people. And DSP is not a nice person. I mean, just again, look at the way he talks to people, and even go back into part 1 where you see how he talks to his chat and how he just decides to respond to trolls literally all the time.
I tell all of my subscribers everything? No. You are in the position you are in because of you. You, Philip Burnell. We're all human. We'd make dumbass mistakes. He would get very serious about it because, oh, that's hurting my gamer credibility. So this is how you don't plans can't exist. And he would like try to strike him down and try to get Machinima to copyright him. So it made people hate him even more. And when people hated him even more, then they accelerated. And instead of him being in on the joke, Phil was the joke. And he still is too fucking thick to get that. Stop, he's not still talking about me. Stop it. Stop it. Stop.
I'm in the middle of work. What the fuck are you doing? You want to, write me an email, send me a letter, call me, leave me a voicemail. But again, it takes common sense. A lot of people don't have that, especially the drama queens don't have
Jesus. I think that's like the end for part... is that the end for part 9? Yeah, I think it pretty much is. Yeah, so like I said before, because this video is like 3 hours long anyway, I'm gonna like divide this up into like segments, so it's just easier for people to come in and to get to a certain point, and then I'll just put these into a supercut anyway. It might be slightly longer, but that's only because there's quite a lot to discuss. And unfortunately, well, unfortunately for Phil, not Rich, what DSP then starts making demands about how he's supposed to be contacted. Like apparently, like sending a donation or sending bits to him is apparently just not enough for Phil to be recognized. And when you start acting like that friggin' deluded, where you start saying you can only donate this much to the stream, or you can only, if you actually want to talk to me, like, guys, listen. I've been asked by a few bands here and there whether or not I wanted to get involved on a podcast here and there. Sadly, nothing came of them because they were busy with work, and it didn't seem as if we could range anything together. And I'm kind of disappointed that sadly nothing came of these ideas for podcasts. But you know what? I was extremely flattered about the fact that people were asking me if I wanted to take part in this, that, and the other. The thing is, I was grateful for them for suggesting this. I didn't say no because you've got to pay me to do this. I don't do stuff for free. It's as simple as that. And even if you look at my my Patreon system, I do that because I'm going to give you guys as much out of what you're sending me as possible. I don't rip people off. I tell them exactly what you want, and then we go through it. And if there's a problem, we will discuss it like gentlemen and ladies, and we will talk about it, and then we'll issue it. One person who, when I finally managed to get back into Patreon, somebody who donated quite a large amount of money over the coming months, I got in contact with her and asked her whether or not she wanted me to refund her the money. And after she said no, I then suggested, well, is there a charity perhaps that you want me to send the money off to? Because, well, she said, I asked her and she said I could decide which charity I would donate the money to, and I went and did it. Because she left the final message that saying that she still feels as if she got a lot out of it. Then she thought that she said that she still felt that she got a lot out of her money than perhaps I originally thought. There. Sentence structure, ladies and gentlemen. I can actually do that. Who says university was wasted on me? So we did that, and again, if there's anybody out there who wants to be issued, a refund or anything like that, we'll just discuss it, and then we'll get to the end of it. Because again, this is how you do business. This is how you do business in the real world. Is that you take things on board, you settle them like adults, and then we shake hands and whatever. Somebody could go their separate ways, or we'll continue working, and now we have a clearer understanding about how things are supposed to be done. When it comes to people like, fucking Chris and Phil, they scream or demand that somebody buys their stuff. Which is just not how that works in the real world. Because have you ever went up to a McDonald's or even Burger King and their advertisements, it says, you better buy this shit, guys. I'm telling you, no, you better buy our fucking burgers. Have you ever seen anything like that? No, of course you don't, because not even freaking Wendy's, when they do those parodic sort of adverts on Twitter, they don't actually just demand people to buy their stuff by force. Good lord. Anyway, that's going to do it for the end of part 2, and hope to join you guys again for part 3. Take care, and bye-bye for now. And there's drilling going on outside. Great.